Just tons of laughter.
This is carnival BS. I'm going to bed.
You're gonna go to bed. I am going to the afterlife.
That better all stay in.
So that was the
No, it can't. It literally can't.
Just put a 5-second buffer in front of it. Yeah.
5 cents.
No, that'll be like a short. That'll like be a behind the scenes short.
Well, I hit the button each time, so I'll have to piece them together. I think there's probably
God
been
knows
like
that'll be too much editing for you.
there's probably been like
3 clips.
3 occasions.
Jesus.
God damn it. It's over. We're going home.
This Jover. It's true Jover.
Hello. Welcome to Shrimp Hours 64.
You better use
I think
the
there's
Nintendo
been-
64 font for the thumbnail.
It's me.
I can do it.
Sure.
I was just saying, I think there's been like 4 occasions where I've had to restart a recording because someone swore in the first 7 seconds, and this is, I think, take 5 on the night.
My bad.
Hi, I'm Drive Through. Cody's here, Bed's here, Slap's here, Caleb's here, Rusty's here. Yeah. It's something special tonight. It's number 64, and I want to open it up by quickly saying that NASCAR is back, and the next gen plate package is kind of nice. Like, that was genuinely a really good race, and of course, our boy won. Might be a little bit biased.
Oh, fuck. I didn't catch the memo.
No, you didn't.
Fuck.
All right,
It's over.
Caleb's getting
Gonna make
changed.
some chicken wraps.
Was he wearing Blaney shit at the track?
No.
No,
No,
he's
Jeff-
wearing
it's
his
just
Jeff
Gordon.
Gordon stuff.
No, because that's
Oh,
my
what?
dude. That's my meta. Is like I wore all that shit for so long. I wore nothing but Blaney shit every time I went to a racetrack. Boyer shit, Carl Edwards shit. Every time I went to a racetrack and it never worked. And guess what finally worked? Fucking Jeff Gordon shirt.
Now your meta's pretending to be a fan of the guy after he wins.
Your
It's
meta
like
is being a pussy.
At the Indy 500. At the Indy 500, this man was a Pato Award fan the entire fucking race. Pato Award crashes. All of a sudden, just Joseph Newgarden
It's IndyCar.
leading
Who gives
leading
a
with
fuck,
2 to
bro?
go. He's like, oh my God, go Joseph Newgarden, yeah!
I respect it.
And no one ever called him out for it, and he finally got called out.
Well, to be fair, like you
Bitch.
said, it's IndyCar.
Yeah, it's IndyCar. It's not real racing.
Exactly.
Caleb
And I'm
cheered
supposed
for the flip more than anything.
Yeah, you guys admit right now IndyCar sucks, yet I'm supposed to get excited for the argument of like, oh, stop complaining NASCAR's at Road America not any longer. You still got IndyCar. Yeah, that's
Yeah, until
supposed to get me
IndyCar goes away,
excited.
it's like, well, at
And
least
you
you
let
got
that one go, for fuck's sake.
Nah, because you'll never concede.
No, they're
There's nothing to concede. Road
You guys
America
keep
got shafted.
doubling down
What
on
do you
your
want me to fucking
stupid
say?
arguments.
yeah, got shafted for cornfield.
Dude,
Oh yeah, shout out to Iowa.
Great segue, by the way. That's
Dude.
See why I do these things?
I love how
Yeah,
everybody got
that's
excited
why.
on Twitter. It was like, oh my God, Iowa. Like, I'm going to Iowa. Like, we're buying all these tickets to Iowa. It's like, that race with this next gen car is going to be like the worst
Dude,
fucking
yeah.
race that's ever
Yeah.
happened
Yeah.
ever.
Xfinity was
especially-
cool there,
isn't
but
it
the
on
next
Fox
gen's gonna
too?
suck.
It's like the first weekend of June.
It's
That's
June,
like a Fox
so
day.
yeah.
Just look at any
dude, it's
races.
tough.
Just look at any recent
Welcome
races
to
at Richmond. That'll
fucking
basically be identical.
Fox
because
isn't
Yeah.
even going to bother
It's like the
showing
same
up. They're going to do
size and
the
shape.
Oh
It's not
yeah.
the
thing
actual
of keeping the
broadcast.
broadcast in Charlotte.
Dude,
Yeah.
if I have like, I'm already dreading the end of NBC. Like, Rick Allen isn't fantastic, but if I have to listen to Mike Joy and fucking Clint Boyer in the booth, like just fucking win my money, baby. And Mike's like, yeah, Clint, that's fucking stupid, but sure.
That's it. That's the Fox booth.
NASCAR on Fox broadcast described perfectly in 5 seconds.
I do genuinely like Iowa Speedway, but those cars are gonna be dookie. But it's okay because they're just holding the schedule slot for Montreal next year, so or the year after.
As long as they bring Xfinity and trucks with them, I think
No
that
trucks.
will make up for.
I think it's just Xfinity, they said.
It is just
All
Xfinity,
right, well,
but I'm okay with
Xfinity is
that.
typically good there.
I'll probably go just by virtue of keeping my Cup Series race streak
Yeah.
alive per year,
All right.
and it's fairly close. It's like 5 hours away from me.
What
It's not
about
that far?
Chicago's 1 hour. You refuse to go?
I'm going to Phoenix this year. Fuck shit.
That is true. He's going to Phoenix instead of Chicago.
Watch he goes to Phoenix and it rains out.
Oh, good thing for you. I work a job where I got nothing going on in November, and I can stay down
That's
there
true.
like 5 days if need be.
Watch the Ryan Blaney Championship.
Dude, that'd
Give me the
that'd-
cup, baby.
That'd make it worth it.
Dude, I cannot believe
Imagine
he
Ryan
won.
Blaney wins it off of a rain-shortened race.
We're going all the way off one win.
It's gonna be Chris Buescher that wins.
I really hope so. Like, I hope he finishes second
Oh,
to
shit.
some non-playoff guy at Phoenix.
Oh yeah, no, one win because
That would be
we're finishing
perfect.
second at Phoenix.
Yeah.
To Joey Logano, a role reversal from last year. Until like with 50 to go, and they tell Joey to get the fuck out of the way, like they did Ryan last year.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, he won another barn burner at Talladega. Third photo finish win from a guy who has like 8 total or something.
Well, we gotta
Insane.
get him a fucking nickname. Like, it's happened too many times now where like Ryan Blaney needs a nickname. I don't know what it is, but
I mean, there's
guy
literally
killed
just
it.
what?
damn, all right, shit.
It's literally
Yeah,
just
what the fuck?
YRB. Like, I'm trying to think of any other like Blaney nicknames.
Mr. 6.
I don't know.
inches
I'm just
is
saying,
all
like,
you
coin
need.
something based off the like, I don't know, fucking.
Solid.
And the
Uh,
quick finisher crosses the line.
Yeah. Call him fucking the
Uh,
10th boy or something.
10-second kid.
10th boy.
10-second kid.
God.
All right. That's about all I have to say for NASCAR, I think.
Hold on.
Oh, it almost worked.
We're not gonna fucking gloss over this, all right?
Gloss over what?
Talladega. The boy Ryan fucking Blaney. I just want to provide everybody with context here. I've been going to NASCAR races since 2007, and I have never once watched my favorite driver
Were
win.
you
And it was actually
born
like a
in
little-
2007?
Yeah, okay, shut up. But it was like a meme where it was
Don't
like the
interrupt your
2
bit.
times I never went to Bristol was when my previous boy Carl Edwards won, and I just wasn't there for it. Right.
Ugh.
Last year, I took a very important person to me to Talladega. All right, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott side by side on the final lap. Her favorite driver was Chase Elliott, and guess who fucking won that race? All right, I had to succumb to the fucking feeling and loss of watching Chase Elliott edge out my driver for a win. It's like his 5th win of the year, and Ryan Blaney was winless. I dropped to my legs. The kids in front of me were like, "What the fuck is that guy doing?" I was done. I was dead inside. And guess what I got this year? Through the tribal, like 7 laps to go, I was like, "Oh, the Hendrick boys lined up on the inside. It's so over. Like, we're done. We're fucking done." 2 laps to go. He and Harvick are lined up. Harvick drops to the inside lane. I watched Blaney get the lead on the outside, and I'm like, okay, all right, this has potential, but I'm not going to let myself get excited yet. No. They take the white flag. Ryan Blaney's right there. Coming out of turn number 2, gets the run. Harvick tries to go up to block. Blaney pulls the hottest move down to the inside, blocks Byron, gets in front of him. Through turns 3, Harvick on the outside, Blaney on the inside, and you're like, oh, fuck, this is a Kevin Harvick win all the way, but I don't want to believe in that. Through turns 3 and 4, Blaney edges out in front, but that outside lane gets the momentum. Through the tribal, Riley Herbst fucks it, spins the field sideways. It's mono drag race to the start finish line, and Ryan fucking Blaney crosses that finish line in first. I have never screamed louder in my entire life. I have never been more ready for that cup to be in the hands of the number 12 driver at Phoenix. We are going all the way. 7 championships starting now.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine being this excited for a guy who has 8 wins.
And I'll fucking do it again, baby.
And
And
goddamn
6 of-
bangers every
like-
time.
Like 6 of them were a foot away from not being wins.
That's why they're actually
It's like a foot away from having 2 wins.
this week's win was a few more feet because Kevin Harvick got fucking disqualified. So shout out.
Since Blaney's now the modern Casey Kane, did Casey Kane have any
Oh my
nicknames?
god. Yeah, twink.
Wait.
All right, there's Ryan Blaney's nickname.
Hold
Done.
on.
Trip
We
hour
needed Caleb on
64.
We needed Caleb on the mic for the finish instead of Rick Allen. Blaney, Harvick,
Harvick,
Blaney, Harvick.
Honestly, we were going so nuts in Discord, we didn't even hear the call.
No, I think Jacob was the one that pointed it out. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he was
Wait
watching the
a
video on
minute.
Twitter afterwards. He's like, "Wow, that call sucked."
I just love that we
Better
had
than
like
the truck one.
yeah, I was about to say 2 close finishes at Talladega, and I don't even know what Jamie Little said coming across the line, but I know it sucked.
She just kept saying the names, but would like leave a bunch of space in between each one. Like she'd say the driver name and then like think for a few seconds and then say the exact same thing.
Moffitt.
Brett Moffitt, yeah.
Wins Talladega. It's like, all right, Jamie.
Jamie Little call. All right. The only other note I have for sports and stuff is that the Andretti F1 thing got finally approved. So it looks like they're gonna start an F1 team. They still have to jump through like 5 other hoops, but I think they've been through the hardest one. And they've been stuck there for a while.
Yeah, I like missed the memo. So is that like an expansion team, and we'll have like 22 cars in F1 eventually?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Which is good because that is something
We haven't
that'll
had
be
that many
resonating.
since 2014, I think. Who'd you
Damn.
lose? Cody's dead. Damn, that's tough. All right. We're going to drip or drown. I only have 3 cars to show you from last week and 4 cars for next week, so you guys will be happy.
Okay.
All right, Rusty?
That's 7 total.
That is 7 total. Well, the
Yeah,
first
it's
one
gonna
we've
take
already
us
talked
at least
about.
an hour.
We have already talked about the bread
Oh my
car, the
God.
Stenhouse
Right.
thing, and
It's
it looks
terrible.
even worse on
Can I
the
just say-
car than it did in that render.
What did it look like in person, Caleb?
Yeah, so I did want to say I took mental note of this car because I knew DT would want to talk about it. So
'Cause
at
it's crap.
speed, yeah, you cannot read anything on it, like not even the Artisano, whatever that says.
Did we talk
And
about this on the show or not?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, but
Did we?
I thought so.
No.
I thought it was just in Twitter chat.
Yeah, Slap will
Oh,
know. Yeah,
yeah,
because
it
we
was
just
before
talked
the
about
race,
it in.
yeah.
Okay.
We just talked about it in Discord, not on the show. They've got this 47 that looks like bread with someone else's bread on the quarter panel. There's some. They did like a country crock tie-in that doesn't use artisanal bread and just put that bread on this bread, and there's a logo there. It's brown on brown.
Yeah.
Anyway,
every
it's like
time,
an all-time
every time, like
drown.
the only time you can read it is when it's like right up near the fence under pace laps, and even then I thought it said country something else on the back of it. Like I cannot fucking read anything that says.
I'll be honest with you. When this car was going around at speed, like while we were watching it, like on the broadcast, I had to like fiddle with the resolution that I was trying to watch this on because it was so blurry. I thought something was wrong with my monitor. I was like, no, that's just what it looks like. It looks like shit.
It's just a big JPEG of bread.
I mean, it looks like they zoomed in on bread on like the microscopic level and then like blew it up.
I did see
So
someone
it's
on Twitter.
pixelated.
Someone
I
on
don't
Twitter
understand
said it
what-
looks like it's just moldy, like with these like seeds or whatever that's on it. Or I guess it's like flour.
The
Yeah, it does look
I
moldy.
don't know why they put blue Goodyears on it instead of yellows too. Like, it kind of seems counterintuitive.
Yeah, I don't know, but I forget what they did on
Yeah,
my truck
it's tough
this
that you
week.
can't even read it at the track, let alone us trying to
Oh
see it
no,
on
no,
TV.
you no
Yeah.
fucking clue what that said in person. It was like, okay,
Yeah,
And I want to point
Uh,
out this is one of the
I didn't even know it
marquee-
was a bread car until DT pointed it out.
you don't know Artisanal?
Just
It's
like-
good bread. Horrible car.
I couldn't fucking read it. I didn't even know it said Artisano on it.
Never eaten bread again.
yeah, it
Anyway.
is moldy, big.
Rusty,
mold.
what were you saying?
I was gonna say this is one of the marquee events for that team because they know they're gonna probably be leading laps, getting TV
Yeah,
time,
it's
and they,
Stenhouse. Yeah,
yeah, and they shit the bed with this one. So they spent a lot of money on this, and they didn't hire a designer.
yeah. There was definitely some like executive who was like, "Oh, what, what if we made the whole car look like a piece of bread?" And then
No,
they
you're
actually did
absolutely
it.
right. Yeah, corporate. Yeah, it was like, here, use this. Yeah, like you said, this JPEG on this template, upload, go.
Yeah. Cody, your camera's not.
Cody's also, or yeah, Cody's dead, Slap is dead, and DT's dead all on my end. so I
Oh,
don't know if I'm
Slap's here.
fucking it.
It's just Cody
No,
that's broken.
everyone's working on my side except
I'm
for
here.
Cody.
Cody's
Yeah.
dead. You might have to restart
Yeah.
Discord.
All right, let me try that.
Show over.
Discord might be fucking it.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah, we're back.
next up, this Brett Moffitt truck. I don't think they talked about this much, and I only saw this because the aptly named SMD was the designer of this truck, Sean Maggie's thing, and he pointed out that it's a throwback to Brett Moffitt's FR8
Cup, yep.
Cup car
Oh.
when he drove the front row 34 in Cup, which apparently Brett Moffitt did. And then he's the guy who they put.
Chris Buescher drove that car.
Well, I guess Brett Moffitt drove it at some point because he just put the same design on the 34 truck, which is the first time they're running 2 trucks, and it actually looks sick.
Yeah, it looks great on that truck.
And I love like a perfect throwback where they got the same number, the same sponsor, the same design, and he won the race in it, which is kind of cool. Cody, you're good, by the way. Thank you. But yeah, they just didn't talk about it. It just kind of happened. Okay, last one from this week. Talk of the Twitter. Bill Byron, they made some adjustments to the paint scheme, the Exalta car, which, fun fact, did you guys know this is only the second race this season William Byron has run Exalta?
Yeah.
Literally the only other time was it Atlanta?
It looks like Indy.
Yeah, I think it's a road course. All right, maybe it's not the second time, maybe it's the third.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been running Raptor like all season, and this week suddenly the nose had a lot less red, and the roof had this horrible little gradient. So people are suspecting that they're messing around with the OSS again, with sort of darker parts of the car, like 2018. So yeah, blacked out the nose, blacked out the back of the roof, which. For those of you keeping track at home, are both pretty important parts of the car for aerodynamics, so especially at a super speedway. Well, there's no other reason they would do that. Is the whole point, because it just looks worse, and they wouldn't like literally like 2 races later make a bunch of weird changes like that to the car.
I just saw. Look where the window tear-offs are.
Yeah.
Do they like fold them out? What do you mean?
Yeah, I think they're more out and trying to be a little bit more aerodynamic with where they are placed.
I guess so. I don't know. It seems. Yeah, they are kind of inwards.
Yeah.
They usually have the tear-offs kind of at the outer edge.
About
Good point. Interesting.
Definitely sus.
And they didn't even win.
Around
so
the roof cam.
Get fucked.
Oh, hold on. There's a. I just
that's
noticed
where the
too,
Exalta logos go. Was that there before?
Oh,
no, it
the
wasn't.
windshield is
No.
also moved.
Hold on. Check the
Look at
deck
the
lid as well.
windshield.
There's like a little gradient back there too. I don't know if they were.
There's a
doing
little
that.
gradient. Yeah. Have all the cars had these spoiler things on?
The
What are
brackets.
those?
Because they're huge.
Yeah, I think that's just for the plate tracks because they have giant ass spoilers.
I've literally never noticed that.
Yeah, I'm looking at a Atlanta picture where they run the same package, and they have it too.
I will also say that
it
the
does.
windshield's also bending a little bit.
It would make sense to pack a little bit of something down in that edge. That's interesting. Yeah.
there's
The
definitely
windshield
flex
is a little
going
bit bent. But
middle
the
of
things
it,
were at least screwed in all the way, unlike Harvick's team.
Dams.
Yeah.
We put out that statement where
Yeah,
they're like,
invest
we're
in some
disappointed, but
Loctite.
also we're not gonna fight it. So they knew
Dude,
what was
that
up.
one's screwed way deep in there. Like,
What do you mean? Oh, like where it's bowed in? Yeah.
No, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, where's
Look at
warped.
that.
I'm sure there's going to be some fun secrets we'll learn about in a few years.
Tons
But
of elbow grease.
they also put white Goodyears on this car for reasons unknown to mankind. All right, cars for next week to look at. First of all, this one dropped like an hour ago.
Oh shit!
Ross Chastain's doing like a pink Worldwide Express thing where they took the normal car but did a little bit of pink, and they did it very tastefully,
Cute.
as Trackhouse
Yeah, it looks
does.
great.
The pink window net thing is back. Who was it? Someone announced. I should probably have written this down. Someone announced that they were sort of taking over the pink window net initiative. Because that was originally like a Kurt Busch thing, and because I think he's like stepping away from the sport like for a little bit. Someone else took it over. I forget who it was though. But yeah, they'll still be doing that, which is cool. I like it. And the pink on the numbers is looking a little bit chrome, which actually should be kind
It
of
definitely
cute.
is chrome. Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be nice.
That is hot.
And just the pink and blue overall is pretty cool. And actually the white, the yellow friggin' playoff things actually looks kind of cute too. Giving pan, I just realized.
It is a
Good
sick
colors. All right, next up.
Oh.
Bill Byron is
The
racing
greatest
a
paint scheme of all time.
ZHP car at the Roval, which is it's white on the sides and gray on the top, and it has like a gray swoosh, and the logos are bizarre, and there's just tons of
It looks like a Russian
space.
tank with the big Z on the side of it.
It really does. People are already posting pictures of those as soon as they announce this on Twitter. Yeah, this was not designed by a
What is
race car
Hedrick
guy.
doing right now?
Very good
Fucking it.
question.
Oh, they put all
Honestly.
of their money into trying to finagle aerodynamics at Talladega. That's where all
Yeah.
the paint money went.
Yeah, this is just not
He ain't
good.
wrong.
I like
You
this is the
remember,
first
William
car. I don't even
Byron's,
think I like
Hertz
yellow
rental
numbers on it.
car.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Car from back in the day
Rusty
where it was just
loved that.
literally
It
just
was
yellow
so
like a
bad.
taxi
Yeah.
cab.
Yeah.
Shut up. All right, next up. Daniel Suarez is racing his yearly Aguas Frescas Minute Maid thing, which is through like the Coca-Cola brand. But it's like a special thing for him, which is sweet. I remember when I was complaining about them putting him in the jockey American flag car all the time, someone pointed this out. So for one race a year, he's driving a fucking cool car. So
But
Kinda-
where's the
I don't know
pink
how I
window
feel
net?
about the chrome blue around.
Dude, it
them.
looks sick.
I think it looks sick.
Yeah.
And just a
Right.
massive hood logo and just tons of fruit. I think it's cool. All right,
I think in
lastly,
real life that
Erebus Motorsports, the
This is
guys
terrible.
that run supercars for Brody Kostecki, made an announcement, and they're like, "Hey guys, we're gonna do some Cup Series starts next year." I guess they got excited from the RCR deal that Brody Kostecki raced at Indy Road Course. I think what they failed to realize was one, literally any of the branding requirements for the next gen, and two, there's already a team that kind of runs the number 99. So I know they run that in supercars, but they're gonna have to
as
find
far as
something.
we know.
What unless they renumber the Trackhouse 99 just so Erebus can run friggin' this thing. They stickered it like a V8 supercar where there's just kind of logos everywhere. Like they've
Surprised the
got two
number's
different
not on
logos
the-
on the front
The
corner,
window.
and they've
back
got
window.
a logo on the banner, which in this country is a big no-no, but in Australia that's standard. Even sticking the little Camaro thing on the nose.
Awful.
It's also just an ancient 3D model, which I think is kind of funny. Featuring the old exhaust placement and everything. It's just funny.
No, exhaust placement at the rear is based.
I kind of like when someone from outside tries to make like a NASCAR design, like someone that doesn't typically make NASCAR designs. It's cool. You get something weird like this. We'll see how that ends up on the actual track. But I think they also did the design for the 33 car because they had a funky render for when Brody raced that earlier on. All right. I think that's all I've got for Drip or Drown. Thank you for listening.
Pretty brief this week.
That was good.
Thanks.
It
I
only took
try.
us till the heat death of the universe, but we got it done.
I did
Right.
real fast. Just want to touch on last thing I'll say about Talladega.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated that my boy, who never does burnouts, detected and felt my presence in the crowd and burned the fuck down out of it for me and right in front of me.
Okay.
I just appreciated that, and that's all I'll say about.
It was to cover his
Talladega.
ass from cheating.
Yeah.
I'll be
hope-
honest,
hope they
I did
cheat more
not-
as long as I win.
I did not pick up on that meta that Ryan Blaney doesn't do burnouts. I did not know
Never
that was
does
a thing.
burnouts. Yeah, never does them.
Kind of
So
weird.
that's why I'm telling you. Like the one time I watch him win in person, he just burns it the fuck down for me. I was like, fuck yeah.
All right, that's kind of cool. Oh, I guess this is like for Animal Planet. We'll go into the media check-in real quick. I know Rusty said he's watched like 1,000,000,001 movies. Do you want to just like quick fire like what you've been into this week, Rusty?
Oh, Saw 10.
Yeah, I went to the very first showing of Saw 10. I wish my boy Eddie was there. He was there in spirit. Well, I don't know.
Was he?
I gotta stop talking. And then I saw The Creator the next day.
Was that any good? Because I kind of want to see that.
No, this is where I'm headed
no.
with this
no.
segment.
Uh-oh.
I'm happy some of these movies exist and that they were made because it will appeal to a certain demographic that will keep these movies being made in the future. But they're fucking filthy casuals and they're ruining my movies. Every last one of them.
What do you mean?
Elaborate.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Dude.
He said no.
He just says, "Oh, there's movies, and I'm glad they're being made, but they're filthy casuals." It was like, that's a total non sequitur. Nothing that you said made sense. Elaborate. No,
Rusty,
I won't. Okay.
do we have to explain how a podcast works to you? You're supposed to talk about the things you talk about.
I promised I would not talk about Saw until Eddie saw.
He's glad about movies being made, calls people filthy casuals, refuses to elaborate, leaves.
Ed doesn't watch this crap. What do you mean?
No.
Eddie does not watch this shit.
No, he does not. Now he's gonna watch
Rusty's
this.
part
now
of
that
the
we've said that,
casuals.
though.
He's gone to the theaters and watching these things,
All
giving
right.
these.
Don't
fucking
hate on the movie
studios
theater,
money.
Ben.
Hold on.
Not everybody has
Watching
a
the
movie
fucking
theater in their
10th
living
Saw
room, dog.
ever made.
I will say this. I feel like I really got it. I have to save this. I have to save this because
For what?
Save it for what? It's
Ed's
now.
dead.
The time
He's never
is
coming back.
now.
Can we ban Rusty?
you know I might
This is it.
become.
This
No,
is it.
I'm. No,
This is
I
like
might
Rusty
be.
doing a countdown.
I might become John Kramer 2.0. Like I'm telling you, the directors, the writers, the producers, the studios, they're all getting put in individual traps. You cannot be doing this.
Doing what?
You haven't
It would-
explained anything.
It would spoil the movie. Let me set this up by saying.
No one is going to watch this thing.
Yeah.
Let me set
No,
this up by
don't
saying.
spoil it. But
No, let me set this up by saying Rotten Tomatoes and all the reviewers, this was the highest rated Saw movie of all time, and it wasn't
that a
even
high
close. Like all
bar?
so like every Saw movie, it started off
It's
at
like
like
37.
Well, it started off at like 50, then it dropped down to like 37. And then like the next like 5 or 6 Saw movies went like 20, 12, 8, 3, 4, like record low on Rotten Tomatoes. So this one comes out, it's supposed to like reboot the series, revitalize the whole thing, and it's like 89%. And the last time I feel like I saw a number like that, it was The
That's
Last
actually pretty
Jedi,
good.
and we know what happened.
Oh,
and we know
God.
exactly what happened. But I still went into Saw X10, whatever you want to call it. I went into this thing blind because I mean that's kind of my thing, but I feel like I'm a Saw. I don't know. I just feel like I knew what I was getting into. I had belief, and they still did me dirty. And I have to wait for Eddie to see it before I can say more. But Jigsaw shouldn't be walking off into the sunset at the end of the movie. Let the bad guy live.
I will have to say this,
Spoiler.
that me and DT
Wow.
did see a 98 rated Rotten Tomato movie, and that is Gran Turismo.
that got no. I refuse to believe. That's not correct. That's bait. There ain't no. Oh, it's gonna take forever to load because of my shit internet.
I'm
God
pulling it
damn
up.
it.
The Last Jedi has a 91.
Dude,
Tomato
I'm telling
meter.
you.
Gran Turismo has a 98% audience score.
Oh, that's what it was. I remember. Yeah, they were advertising on the television. They're like, "Hey, there's a 98% audience rating," and we went through some of those reviews, and they are
They're
not real
definitely
human
bots.
beings.
Can you go through them right
Dude.
now? Like, can you go through like?
Yeah,
the
I'm looking
Yeah.
at them. The
easy?
first one by Frank says, "This was a truly great movie because it verified what everybody thought. Anybody can learn to do this race car driving, but not if you do not go through what it takes to learn how to do it. The fact that you have a computer simulator that can teach you is not so hard to believe when you realize we teach flying fighter pilots the same way. It really showed the necessity of learning the skills. That
We
it
didn't
was
do
a
any of
true
that.
story made this a big winner." The next one says,
This is something a Chat GBT would be writing. Like that's
Yeah.
the perfect length of a Chat GBT written article.
"This is not real. I'm so sorry." Alexander, 5 stars, says, "I personally related to the main character as a younger African American. Your parents might not want you and may seem dismissive, but they just want you to have a better life than the one they had."
They want him to stop playing video games, dude. God damn.
I'm convinced that Rotten Tomatoes in its entirety is a psyop.
Yes, it
Ooh.
is. It's bought and paid for by the industry
Yeah.
to get people to go see the movies
I'm not-
that were originally going to flop. They didn't spend any money on advertising Saw till the day before. This thing comes out and everybody's positive about it. Even like the shills that got to go see it early access, they're all shilling for it. It's a complete joke. It's like I brought this up before. How does Avatar make $1 billion at the box office? when nobody you know went and saw it. Nobody.
I knew, like everyone I knew saw it at the time.
You live in
I'm talking.
Milwaukee, bro.
No, the new one. I'm talking about the new one. I'm talking about the new one, not the
okay,
first one. The
sorry.
new one. The new one.
I thought you were talking about the OG that like broke all the records.
I went and
for
saw that in theaters. I'm
gross.
sorry.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
I will have
Yeah.
to say that like Rotten Tomatoes is starting to turn into like that Yelp kind of situation where like
Can I
everything
just
on
like
Yelp is like fake or is getting bought out or shit like that.
Can I just say, like, I think like the Rotten Tomatoes scores are completely fucking made up. Look at this shit.
Yes.
So
Yep.
the Last Jedi has a tomato meter of 91%, audience score of 42%. The Rise of Skywalker, tomato meter 51%, audience score
Tomato meter.
86%.
No,
Like,
no. Those are bots. Get them out of here.
They literally flipped. It's just like tomato meter high on the Last Jedi, audience score down in the toilet, and then for like Rise of Skywalker, they flip back around.
That's
What
not
about
real.
like we need to gauge this with an actual good movie? Like, what's a good movie that came out in like the last year?
Talladega
Oh.
Nights.
Return of the
Not
Jedi.
the last year.
Jedi has a 98%.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
Oppenheimer or
it.
Barbie.
right, let's
Oppenheimer
go-
is probably gonna have like an 85.
93% and 91% for both tomato meter and
I
audience
would say
score.
that's fair.
I feel like
I saw
Oppenheimer's
that,
kinda mid.
Extraction 2 had like a really good rating for some reason.
Barbie is considerably lower at 88% and 83%.
Get fucked, Barbie.
But that sounds right. Like Gran Turismo being a 98 user rated score.
Yeah,
just doesn't
that's a
fucking
dead
make sense
giveaway.
whatsoever.
That's
Yeah.
tough. Because that movie was
Star Wars: The Last
not
Jedi
interesting.
and Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker both being above like a 20 is all the proof I need.
That's illegal. That's tough. I still use it to justify when it's like a good rating. I don't know why it came up, but Shameless popped up on like my Netflix suggestions, and I was like,
That's
"Oh,
what
pretty
check.
good." Went on Rotten Tomatoes, it was like 90 something percent, like pretty much all the way through. I think near the end it like dies off. Can you retrieve the results here, Caleb?
Yeah, I got you. You said Shameless.
Yeah. But anyway, I watched the whole first season in the past 2 days, so.
Well, it must be pretty good then.
82% and 82% on both.
For a shitty TV show is not bad. That's average
Yeah,
over
I
every
was- I
season
was-
though. Like
I
the
wanna
first season
see-
itself was really.
Yeah, this is how you know this shit is a psyop. Euphoria is a 91 and an 88. That shit is not true.
Yeah. We've talked shit about that show already. I do want to say though, in Shameless, I think I've told some of you guys about this. There's a bit where these two dudes are in a convenience store and they get pissed. And they have like just random like corner store shit, but there's a cardboard cutout of Michael Waltrip from like MWR at some point, and they take him out back and start shooting him as like target practice with a gun. And to like a normal human being, I'm sure it's
Stop
like,
shooting
oh,
me, guys.
cardboard cutout of some dude. But to me, it's like, dude, they literally just took Michael Waltrip out back and shot him in the dick like 10 times. And I'm like, that's kind of nuts. Didn't really add anything to the story
Michael
either. It's
Waltrip
kind of
signed
funny.
off on that.
I don't.
Dude, yeah,
that's
did
what
you
I
get
was.
royalties?
I was genuinely considering clipping it and putting it on Twitter and be like, "Hey, at Michael Waltrip, have you ever watched Shameless?" Because they literally just take him out back and start shooting him and don't say anything about it.
Derpy.
Dude,
Yeah, do it.
just like
Uh,
envisioning NASCAR drivers like watching like Shameless or fucking Euphoria or something, and they're just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, Shameless is kind of nuts. It's like,
Brad
Funny-
Keselowski and his wife would have an aneurysm when they turned that shit
oh
on.
god, yeah, yeah. It's an interesting show. I feel like it's better than Euphoria, but nowhere near as like pretty. I feel like Euphoria is like, it's a gorgeous show, but then the story itself makes no sense. But people
Yeah.
fall in love with the characters because it's like shot and like acted really well. And this is just like, I don't know. I don't like how it like pretends to be like this huge nice show, and it's just kind of weird.
Things happen.
But Shameless is just like weird at heart, and it's just goofy and stupid. And I feel like that's a better viewing experience when I'm like, yeah, it's a dumb show.
Yeah. Don't go
Um,
into it with any expectations, because if you do, they will all be it will
Going
fall
to
short
what?
of all of them.
Maybe it's because I just see all the people going nuts over Euphoria on Twitter, where people
I didn't
stand
get that
these
either.
fucking
Was
shows.
Yeah. Well, I even saw like, I mean, people like in my circles on Twitter that were like, "Damn, this is like a really good show." And then I was like, "All right, let's like turn this shit on and see what it's about." And I get through season 1 and I'm like, not really, but like okay. And then I watch season 2 and I'm like, yeah, this is fucking dumb. Like I'm turning this shit off. But they got me to watch like every single episode of it, so sure.
Dude,
I mean,
in the anime circles, there's like every single season, there's always like one show that's like fucking animated gorgeously. Who's over here beeping?
Sorry, that was my phone. I turned it off.
There'll be like one show every season that's like beautifully animated, and like people are just like losing their minds over it. And then like I'll like, all right, everybody's talking about it, I'll watch it. And then like the story is garbage, the dialogue sucks. It's about, you know,
Yeah.
you got high school kids. It's melodramatic as fuck. It's corny. I'm just like, it really does go to show you that there's some people just that will just go like, ooh, pretty colors, and they'll just think it's like a good show.
Filthy
No, it's great
casuals.
once you get through 3 seasons of it, and each season is 48 episodes.
God. There's some shows that are the opposite though, and I feel like nobody's probably watched it outside of like maybe Slap. I don't know if you've watched it, but there was this one show. It's only had 1 season so far. The animation is fucking terrible, but it's Invincible on Amazon Prime. Fucking animation is awful, like dog shit, no budget.
oh, that's the Think guy.
But
I thought the animation was pretty good because it's basically like a 90s like Saturday morning cartoon. The frame rate's kind
I
of
guess,
low.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were shooting for. Like when I first like I had no idea that this was like coming out, and when I saw like
Yeah.
the memes and videos on Twitter, I was like, where did somebody go back in time to the 90s and like when did that, what is this, like X-Men the animated series or some shit, and I've just never seen this before. I was like, no, it was a brand new TV show. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
So I think that's what they were going for. They kind of made it like bad on purpose. Like back then in the 90s, those Saturday morning cartoons, like they cranked those things out, dude. There was no skill involved or anything. It was all about selling toys.
There's no
it was the only
art.
thing they gave a shit about.
Is
There's
this
no
like
honor.
Hanna-Barbera levels of low quality?
I mean, it's nothing that's like terrible up close. It's just like the far off shots are pretty like bad. Like there's some bad usage of like CGI and stuff that they did because they just didn't want to animate a lot of it. But the story, the voice acting, they have great actors and shit. Like all of it is like they blow it out of the water. It's fantastic. And then they have a second season coming up, and the budget actually looks like Amazon was like, oh shit, this did well, and like cranked up the budget, so now it actually looks pretty good. So
Yeah,
I'm
that
looking forward to
first-
season
that
2.
first
It's like,
season, like the backgrounds were tough, dude. They were bland as
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
They would like purposefully make stuff out of focus so you couldn't tell how bad it was.
Yeah. But they dropped like a mini like season 2 preview, like it was like a 40-minute teaser like episode type of thing, just like a backstory on one of the characters, and like it actually looks like pretty legit, about Adam and Eve, and it's pretty sick.
Cool. I've been like just going through a lot of random movies this week. I don't know. I have these phases where I remember that I have a Netflix subscription and I'm paying money for it, so I just start watching a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I'm like that with HBO. Like I'll just be like, oh yeah, I bought this for House of the Dragon. Let me go watch The Wire again.
I've also been watching a lot of just like brainless stuff. I mean, I guess like I watched Interstellar like 2 weeks ago. That was pretty sick. But then this week I watched the Rush Hour trilogy, which is all just like stupid, but like it's funny. I honestly
The
enjoyed it.
opposite ends of the cinematic spectrum.
It really is. I gotta mix in a little bit of everything. I actually really enjoyed Rush Hour. Like I watched the first one, I was like, I'll watch another one, and I went all the way through the third one. Even though people hated it, I thought it was still okay.
Didn't they make a fourth one?
Did
Or
they?
that was Lethal Weapon. They made 4 Lethal
Oh.
Weapons.
Yeah, 4 lethal weapons.
Okay.
And it is very rare that I'll leave halfway. Like in a theater I'll never leave, but like even on my computer, like if I'm starting something I'm gonna finish it. But I don't know why I watched Now You See Me, and it was like a funny concept, and it's like, ooh, here's this magic stuff, and then there's stuff that happens, and I was like, oh, they made a sequel, I'll watch it. I made it like halfway through. I couldn't.
Chicken wrap time.
Speaking of magic, I just watched The Prestige. Ben, great movie. Great movie.
Yes, just
Prestige
rewatched
is
that too.
great.
It's so fucking
Yeah.
good, dude. When you watch it for the second time, it's
Yeah.
like when you watch.
Oh. Got what? Hey, what the hell? Oh, we're doing this again.
Oh, it's Joe.
Oh, we're back. All right, we were only gone for like a second.
Okay.
All right.
I was getting
I don't think we
pissed
ever
though.
Yeah,
lost you.
Prestige based. Watch it if you
Mhm.
haven't, and watch it a second time.
What's it on?
I don't know. Buy it.
Yeah, I
On
bought it
what
for like
streaming
$5.
service?
Amazon.
You can like
Oh,
rent it
okay.
on YouTube for like $2.
It might be free, just like Idiocracy, which none of you have watched.
Free with ads.
I don't even know what that is.
You need to watch it. It's a movie.
there's another one that's free on YouTube. Margin Call is such a fucking good movie.
Okay, because I saw Drunken Samurai's on there, which is really good.
Actually, did watch that.
It's Jackie Chan, I believe.
Yeah.
There's other Jackie Chan movies on there that you can watch, I guess. But I like the Drunken Samurai the most.
I paid for this one. Parasite. Finally got to Parasite. Highly recommend it for everyone. Just give it a couple minutes. It'll kick in. It'll be a fun ride.
On my list.
Mm.
It's on Netflix too, which is why it's there. If Caleb comes back with food, by the way, I'm actually gonna be upset.
Like ban him. Just ban him.
Yeah, this can't be a normal thing. All right, that's the media check-in, I guess, unless anyone has anything else to
Normalized
add.
casual breaks in the podcast.
Now let's speak about animals since we're talking about Caleb.
Sure.
Hit the button.
I like the lion.
I forgot to submit mine.
I didn't know you had something to submit.
You guys go first. I finally have an update for you after
Oh, okay.
after
Send it to
about a
me.
year.
Oh no.
Cody, any animals in Ohio or Pennsylvania
I just get big dick.
Or West Virginia.
or West Virginia?
It's been a
Yeah.
couple weeks since I saw you guys, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Missed last
Right.
week.
People don't know this. Yeah, Cody fell asleep last week and he went to West Virginia, which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
That's
he
it.
fell asleep and
Yeah,
woke
there's-
up in West Virginia. He's back now.
These things happen.
Woke up next to a nuclear plant in West Virginia.
It's been a hell of a fucking journey.
Can we show a picture of that, by the way?
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah. I got lots to talk about, and it's kind of all over the place.
Here's a
Yeah.
fucking big ass nuclear thing. Yeah, Cody, he sent this in the group chat just as a joke, driving by the nuclear power plant. And then I looked it up, and apparently this wasn't this one. This was one like slightly downstream.
There's
But West
multiple
Virginia-
nuclear power plants in West Virginia.
Yeah, and one of them holds the record for the deadliest construction accident in U.S. history. While they
They're
were working on
building
it, one of
those
the
cooling
towers
towers,
collapsed and
yeah.
killed like 50 dudes. So shout out to West Virginia. But
Shout out
apparently
to
they
West
just have
Virginia concrete sucking.
they just have tons of nuclear power plants in West Virginia.
Tons. Let me
Caleb.
pull up all the pictures I sent
He got
What are you
food. He
doing?
got food. Look at his face.
What? Oh my god, what is
Oh
that?
my
Yeah,
God,
chicken
what is that?
nuggies. Are those chicken nuggies?
It's an orange.
Oh my god.
What?
Should go get a lemon to suck on instead, you dum dum.
I literally I went out so my dog was about to bark at me, so I didn't want that to be like over the mic. So I went to go let her out,
Mhm.
but I
With the
also
peanut
cut
butter.
up an orange just to piss all of y'all off because I knew
Alright.
it would. I knew it'd be so upsetting to all of you that I went and got food during the podcast.
Just get some snacks and put on your desk, you animal. Cody, what else? West Virginia.
The Doge is back.
Jumping backwards a bit. I know it's not really important, but it's just a funny picture I found. I was in drive-through at a Taco Bell. Someone in front of me had
You were
this-
in
that,
who?
that bumper sticker. I was in a drive-through at a Taco Bell. Someone-
Is this in Indiana? It
What
is. I can see from the
Now,
plate.
this was the previous weekend. This was like right after the last time I talked to you guys. Or right
For those of
before.
you without video, there's just a Camry in a drive-through with a sticker that says "I heart butt drugs." Is
Could that be the
certainly
name of the
something to
podcast
put on
this
a
week?
car.
I
There was
heart
something
emoji
funny
butt drugs.
from like the first few minutes, but I forgot what it was.
Huh.
There was a good
Yeah.
title. We'll talk about it later.
Us cussing 20 times before the podcast actually
Yeah,
started.
that's not a title though.
Just fucking
Can be.
pussy.
No.
Off the bat.
No. All right, what else, Cody?
All right, so shortly after I got checked into my hotel, I guess I gotta explain this. I did the Flow Racing Night series in West Virginia Wednesday, had an off day Thursday. Friday was up in northeastern Ohio, like right near Lake Erie, right near the Ohio PA border. And then
So like Cleveland-ish?
yeah, a little bit east of there.
All
And
right.
then Saturday was kind of west of Pittsburgh, like southwest by like an hour in Pennsylvania. So it's kind of all
I
trying.
don't want to be rude, but these are some of the toughest places in the country to go.
I gotta say, I was expecting it to be a lot worse than it was, but it wasn't
Alright.
too bad. Like, scenery is pretty nice out there. There's lots like hills and like fun drives you're doing as opposed to just flat shit you're looking at. But there was a few interesting things. So yeah, since it was all kind of triangulated in the same area, I just stayed at the same hotel, like starting Thursday night.
Oh, and you just kind of like went to each thing.
Yeah, and
That's kinda
like
cool.
no drive was longer than like 2 hours 15 minutes for me, so I was
Oh, yeah.
kind of just staying the same place. But yeah, literally, it's like, all right, sweet, I'm at the same hotel. I'm gonna be at the same hotel for like 5 days. I spent a lot of time looking at this fucking place,
Uh-oh.
like trying to make sure it's nice and clean, like there's no bad ratings. It's like a newer
Yeah.
hotel.
Yeah.
I look in, it's like, oh man, it smells nice. Like everything looks new. This nice hotel, like sweet, this will be a nice place to stay for like the next 4 days. Like a second later, after I'm there for like literally 2 minutes, the biggest fucking spider, like outside
I just
of
realized that's what that is in
Oh,
that picture.
no.
Holy shit.
outside of a tarantula tank I have ever fucking seen.
Avert your
And for-
eyes if you are sensitive to spiders, viewers.
And for context,
Arachnophobia.
before any
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh,
Before-
that thing is fat, dude.
before
Oh.
anything looks at that picture and thinks like, oh, that's not that big. The penny is in the foreground. The spider's back there, and that
Dude,
was
it's
the
got
morning.
the mouth things. Oh.
That was the morning after I squished it, and it had shriveled. And it had shriveled up to like half the size of what it was. I shit you not. Like it was
It's got
way
the
bigger.
mandibles. I don't.
Dude,
Oh.
and it was big enough to
Ugh.
where I picked it up and it was like hard. I could feel it like in the like tissue.
Oh, no.
I had to stay in that room the next fucking 4 nights. And I told myself, as freaked out as I was, I hate spiders, but as freaked out as I was, I gave the hotel the benefit of the doubt. I told myself, if I see another one, I'm going to another room, but I fortunately didn't see any others. I scoured the room after that looking for any sort of webs or nests. I didn't see shit. I lifted
That
up
is the
every
type of
pillow.
spider that doesn't even live in a web. Like it has a whole ass nest.
Yeah.
Little trapdoor spider.
Oh, I did not realize what that was when you first sent that picture, and I'm glad.
Dude,
Jesus
that was literally
Christ.
within 3 minutes of
Dude, I
walking
gotta,
into
like-
the room
Ugh.
with the mentality of
Oh.
like, all right, I gotta be here like for nearly a week. Like, I hope this place is
Fuck.
nice and clean.
Cody,
This
I'm proud
should
of
be a
you for
nice-
sticking with that.
Like
Is
I
that-
just picked my feet up off my ground at my desk because I can't like have them down there unsupervised now, knowing that shit like that's walking around.
I
Well, you gotta
debated
think
going
the-
and asking for another room, but I told myself like that might just be
Yeah,
an
you're not
isolated
Ben.
thing.
You gotta think
Cut-
the best thing about that would be with how big that spider was, it was probably eating everything else that was smaller than it.
It's
in
true.
the hotel.
Okay.
It's true.
And I was the last hotel room right at the end of the hotel, right before there was like the door to go outside. So for all I know, it was just one little lone one that just wandered in from outside and like slipped
Yeah.
under the door. So yeah, as long as there wasn't any nest or anything, and I told myself as long as there wasn't any other ones I saw. If I saw one other hint of a spider, I was gonna ask to go to another room, but after I killed that thing, I didn't see anything else.
That's
That's
the best
good.
part about watching As it gets so fucking cold up there, there's not a whole lot of big bugs like that running around.
Yeah, it's the
And
same around here. Although, no, I changed my mind. Some big ass dock spiders up here.
Yeah, we
Dude,
got
I
some
saw
big
a
spiders here.
huge ass riding spider last week. It was fucking gnarly.
I'll just quick on the spider talk. I'll never forget when I was at summer camp, we like visited another camp to like do a lifeguard training together, and their camp was like kind of a shithole compared to ours. And I just remember they had like the hill, which is where all of the like older boys' cabins were, and it's like things up on a hill. And there's no like actual bathroom. There's like a pipe outside with like some spigots to like wash your teeth, brush your teeth with. And then they have 4 outhouses, and one of them was like brand new. And there was like some spiders and bugs and things in there, but it was like overall nice. And the other 3, each one had a dock spider this big on the ceiling.
Yep.
Each of those 3 other ones, and I was just like, I am getting my business done before I go to the hill and after I leave, because it was like just each one had one of these, and I was just like,
no.
Yeah, it was like, yeah,
Dude, I have a similar story where one of my like relatives, we used to go up on this lake up in like western Tennessee, and like out on the lake we had I forget what they are because I'm not like real big into the hunting scene, but it's like some sort of like just where you sit and like watch like deer and shit, but it was on the water for some reason. Yeah,
hunting
there's a
stand,
like
whatever.
specific word for it, but I don't remember it. But
Right.
so they
Well, that's
covered
Travis.
it with this tarp, and so they would just like leave it
And
with the tarps. Not only the underside, no, I mean there are spiders like crawling around on the outside of it, and you have to like touch it and reach it off. But the worst part was the wolf spiders.
That's what I mean.
Like,
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, wolf spiders.
yeah, so wolf spiders. Yeah, I don't know if you know this about wolf spiders. Some of you listening,
I know.
they not only are spiders, but they have their little hatchling babies crawling around on their back and carry them with them. So if this spider moves, you just like, if you like look up closely, you just see like hundreds of fucking spiders. So this tarp is covered with not only spiders, but spiders that are carrying spiders, and you have to touch it. And
the
pull
little
this
egg
tarp up
sacks, the little
so
fucking
you
egg
can
sacks.
sit in a wooden crate filled with more spiders carrying spiders, and it is the worst thing I have ever experienced in my entire life, and for that reason I have never gone back to this day.
And God forbid that you kill that wolf spider, because then all those tiny hundreds of thousand spiders just crawl out.
Have you ever
disperse
seen those
everywhere.
videos?
Yep.
Oh my god.
No,
Oh yeah,
no,
I
we're
know.
not
I know what
playing.
you're talking about. We're not playing it.
We're done
We're
with
not
spider
playing
talk.
it.
It's I got to go to bed soon. I'm not gonna be able to sleep thinking
Yeah, it might
about
be time
spiders.
for fan mail, because I'm
All right, well,
moon card.
all right, well, to
That'll
end
keep you
Animal
up. Hold
Planet
on.
on
Yeah,
a
there's
somewhat,
still
on a somewhat happier note.
Palate cleanser.
So while I was down there, shortly near that hotel, there was this little it was like an oil change, like a Quaker State like type like themed restaurant called The Lube. And it was making me giggle.
That's what it says. The Lube.
And there's
why did they rename it?
What?
Have
That's
you
a
been
Quaker
here?
steak.
And yeah, there's a great fucking sign that was on the other side of the fucking restaurant that was making me giggle.
Steak, wings, lube.
God.
That's all you need.
Ooh.
That
Then
might
I
be
Yeah,
my
so-
podcast name.
This is this weird American thing where they have these like, it's like a lube place, but it's actually a restaurant for some reason. I don't know who asked for this.
It's either repurposed or it's just a fucking
No, it's
oil
not.
change themed fucking restaurant just on purpose.
Here,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting
the
screenshots for you
there's one of
guys.
those. What's it called? There's like a chain
I
one
don't
of
remember.
those.
It. I know.
There's-
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
Quaker
one that's
Steak and Lube,
repurposed
yeah.
in Greenville called the Universal Joint,
Hmm.
and they had the best loaded tater tots.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is what's outside.
Disgusting.
A fair reaction.
It's just a little sports.
Shout out to
This is
Bobby
a
Labonte
tiny
restaurant.
image. Wow. Honestly, that's helpful to me. The Quaker Steak and Lube.
Yeah,
Bobby
that's what
Labonte.
it was. Yep.
Fucking Bobby, like
Bobby.
Oh, the good one.
2001 car. Then a like Saline Mustang. I like the sign that just says "Eat" pointing inside.
To their credit, I think they did have a sign on like one of the other sides that did say Quaker Steak. I just didn't take a picture of it.
There's a. Is it
God
not
damn,
the
that is
same?
a small picture.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the same
Well-
restaurant. It is. It's the same styling and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute. Why
But
does
it says
say
the lube on the back.
The lube.
Instead of and lube, it's the lube.
Cody, you want to talk about this gas station picture?
Well, that was just a real quick side bit on my way back home. I was near the Amazon distribution center near Kenosha.
Oh,
And
Is
there's
it-
just an infiltration of
Oh
Amazon.
my god.
Fill-up
gas
trucks all
station with-
filling up at the same time.
what is this? 1, 2. We got 5 vans and a side step, a step, whatever, and a step van. That's what those are called.
Package
There's
car.
6 total vehicles, and then there's like a little Penske one hidden off on the left, trying to win an unbeatable war against Amazon.
Hold on, go
Well-
back. I want to see the phone number for stump grinding for less.
Mm. Yeah, let's give them a shout out real quick. Hold on.
Is that a 414 area code?
It is
Not far off
Milwaukee.
Toronto.
414.
Oh, is it actually? It's 416 here.
I need to grind my stump.
Well, grind your stump.
Christ. All right. Rusty, you gotta tell a story here. We gotta take
yeah,
it back.
Yeah, this one is kind of for the longtime listeners, viewers, kind of the viewers back in the start of the podcast.
Please tell me.
I had signed up for a gym membership last, I believe it was November, December,
Oh no.
and I had been reporting on kind of my my
Stories from the
findings.
sauna.
Do we have an
Yes.
update?
Yeah, I had stories from the sauna, the locker room, the gym in general. But there was one specific location that caught my eye off the first second I walk into this place, and it was the pool area, but more specifically the jacuzzi. And the people that remember this episode a year ago,
God.
the paint was peeling off. The
How
pool
quick.
water was like
It's like
cloudy.
Kept
It was
green.
Cloudy.
So I had stopped. So I had stopped going to this gym because I had gotten like deathly ill 3 times, and I took off the whole spring, summer, and just a
So you
couple.
went back? That's
I got
we're
like
back.
14 staph infections.
So we're back. We're back at the gym, and this is my last hurrah, my last attempt to hit the gym.
this is the last hoorah.
And before you show the picture, DT, the status of the jacuzzi was the exact same as I left it, and it was just foul,
The water hadn't been changed out since.
Do we need to brace ourselves?
Nothing.
Do
Well,
we need to warn any viewers that might be eating?
so
We did show him a spider.
So I'm happy to report the city had finally inspected this gym and the county shut it down.
Pool closed by order of the County Community Health and Environmental Services Department.
Do we have that older picture pulled up
Closed.
anywhere where we can see
Pool's
those side
closed
by
due to
side?
AIDS and stingrays.
It's just the same.
It's
Paint peeling,
The paint
green,
chips coming off
cloudy
the
water.
concrete.
Pool's closed.
So I thought you guys would appreciate that. I got some other photos. They're currently supposedly like cleaning the shower area, but I think the shower area is going to be permanently closed going forward. So I will keep you guys updated.
I
Thank
love
you
this
for your
too.
finding, soldier.
Just the way it's shoved up against this corner of the room with just pure cinder blocks. Pool's closed.
Pool's closed. There's a podcast name.
Well, what was your reaction just walking in there knowing like, all right, I want to report on the jacuzzi in particular, and then just walking
And
in
they
and seeing
see
that it's
that.
literally been
I can
shut
just hear the
down.
cackling now. Just the cackling as he goes to go get his phone.
Dude, you know they inspected that thing and took a little sample to the lab and they're like, oh boy.
They tested the pH levels on their little test strips.
Just in this.
Oh my god!
They have to walk in with like fucking hazmat suits, and they're getting like rads on the monitor. Like fuck. Like,
We didn't even know this species existed.
What happened when you turned on the dosimeter? It maxed out immediately.
There's like krill swimming around in the fucking
dude, yeah.
Mortal soup.
like little tiny
Like a
shrimp.
fucking, it's a koi pond in the fucking pool.
That's
Its own
It's an all-time
subsystem
Animal Planet.
ecosystem.
all right.
Could
That's great.
dissolve a body.
I did just want to touch on from Talladega. I did have an animal to report back on, and this animal was sitting front row at Talladega. All right, like on the fence. Like you have like this little area like you can walk in like right next to the fence, but like he's row one. He's right on the row one. This dude, like 15 laps into the race, fucking takes his shoes off, dogs out, and
At the
just
track?
sits him up on the fence, gets up, walks up the stairs with no shoes on at Talladega. You know how many body fluids are on that sidewalk? There's piss, poo, blood, like everything. He is just walking dogs out barefoot, fucking semen dog, fucking everything.
There's
I
the
have
title
never-
right there. There's the title.
Demon
I don't know
dog
if I could say
everything.
that.
Yes,
I've
you
never
can.
been more
Put an
disgust- like,
asterisk wherever you need to.
me and my girlfriend just like looked at each other like what the fuck is this dude doing?
Oh my god.
Like no shame out barefoot at Talladega Super
Dude,
Speedway. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, if you like stepped on like a rusty nail there, like
Or
dude,
just
you're
broken
getting like
glass.
you're getting like a whole new version of like syphilis and tetanus put together. Like it's
A syringe from some heroin addict locally. Oh my god.
like you're getting ultra tetanus.
I'm glad Caleb reminded me. I can't remember
Mega
where it
tetanus.
was. If I could out the hotel, I would, but I honestly don't remember which one it was. Just all my traveling, especially in the last few weeks, is a blur. I was walking up to the front desk to ask for like, just my key card wasn't working or just like a new towel or something. And the lady in front of me is just standing there, just bare fucking foot, just leaning up against the counter, just talking to the person. I'm like, oh my god, what a fucking animal! Just kind of holding my breath like until it's my turn to talk to the person. I get back to my room, I'm doing whatever. I come back like a couple hours later, I'm like either leaving or just doing whatever. The lady who I thought was like just some animal of a fucking guest was like one of the housekeeping people. She worked there. And she's walking around barefoot in the fucking lobby.
Maybe she's just like proud of her work. She knows that whole place is, you know, top notch.
I don't
everything's
care. Her
clean.
feet are disgusting. Get that fucking shit out of here.
Loose
Wait,
dogs.
hold on. Do we have a picture of the foot?
Rusty, they were feet you wouldn't want to see.
I don't think any feet are.
Rusty knows
Rusty
a good
would
foot.
want
They were
to
not a
see.
good foot.
Can that be the podcast name? Is Rusty Knows a Good Foot?
Why do we have a billion titles?
Semen dog.
Dude, it's like the opposite of every other week. I mean, we're just cranking them out tonight.
Yeah, we're title factory tonight.
All right.
right before we get done with Animal Planet, I gotta call you motherfuckers out.
Oh, sorry about that.
I said we'd like to apologize.
If
I
I
said
have to
that,
catch one more motherfucking stray while I'm gone.
Dude, the fact that
Show up for the podcast next time.
Caleb just brought you up out
Answer-
of nowhere. in the last
Answer your
5
DMs.
minutes.
Suck my dick.
He was asleep.
Dude, it was just like it just popped in my head. Like imagine like you crawl back to like the plane like filled like
This is-
747.
I have
Nothing's
like
on Thanksgiving,
3 or 4 podcasts
and
out
it's
of
just
like
fucking
64.
it's fucking just Cody sitting in the back row. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Fuck. Like the only seat. Yeah, you have to sit in the only seat that's next to me.
It's always when I can't defend myself too. That's when they love to strike. It's when I have no defense.
It was just like
Yeah,
a
you
chain
better
reaction
show
because
up.
then I was like I was envisioning like the Indy 500 stands where I just looked behind me and it was just an explosion of Cody, and like envisioning that and like the upper hand. upper hand the like baggage compartment where they just like pop it open and just.
Yeah, these
Did we
motherfuckers talking shit about all the stuff I brought to Road America.
True.
The one thing I will concede to, I could have left my scooter at home, but that was a brand new toy. I spent $1,500 on like a few weeks ago.
Broke your face falling off of it.
Aside from that, the fireplace. Yeah, the fireplace took up space. Were you motherfuckers complaining on the bacon and the steak and all the other meals we fucking cooked at the time? Did you guys want to sleep on the fucking ground if I left the tents at home? Did you guys want to fucking bake in the sun if I left that fucking screen tent at home? And
You broke that
he packs
too.
up his car too much. He packs everything. Blah blah. Blah. He wants. I have gone on 90 fucking work trips this year alone. No motherfucker in this group chat travels nearly as much as I do. Every single thing in my car I have needed at least one point at some point on any of my work trips this past year. So suck my fucking dick.
All right.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Wow, dude. That was a good bit.
And it's like that lady, I'm bald too, so here, talk about that as well.
Damn. Talk about catching strays.
Damn.
That's a Jada. All right, I'm in the button.
Send in your fucking
Keep my wife's name.
Wash your fucking hands, slap. Send
Keep my car's packing out your
Send them in,
fucking
guys. Send
mouth.
them in,
Wash your
guys.
fucking hands,
No
slap.
crazy ass moment this week.
I don't give a fuck, man.
We scared him off.
Welcome to
Fan
fan mail.
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 Ever since the like French Algerian like actual genocide, Slap stopped giving us crazy ass moments.
These things happen.
I've been requesting the Hindenburg for like 4 months now.
Well, I've either like been working late or I've been on vacation. So
That's fair.
All right.
go fact yourself.
I can't argue. That.
If you have questions, comments, concerns, things to show us, we have an email where you can send them in every week. We'll read them on the show in
Keep
a
them to
segment titled
yourself. Don't
Fan Mail.
email us.
Past Slap's
Fucking
bedtime.
Grinch over there.
But ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com is the place to send us things. So yeah, send them in, and we'll read them.
How many we got?
This week we got 5 emails, which is a good amount. So thank you guys. You did well.
Make it 6. I'll type you one up.
All right. Let's try to do the same amount next week. The first one comes in from Mr. Ass, who says, I drive by this almost every day, and has sent a picture. Oh, I don't know if I've set this up. I haven't. There you go. The email is subject line, what if we kissed at the Shrimp Shack? And it's called the Shrimp with a C, the Shrimp Shack.
I kind of like it. It's classy.
That's
I don't know
incredible.
what's in there. I mean, I wouldn't
That's the
consider it
next Shrimp
classy.
house right there.
Shrimp. That's
It's got a
shrimp
little
is in
shed
there.
attached to it with a painted shrimp on it.
I
love
love
it.
Dude, I'm
the
taking.
cute little red flower pot up front.
I don't know if that's what that is. I don't know what's in there.
It looks like that.
I
But I'm
don't
going.
care what it is. I'm opening those doors and I'm taking all y'all on the Shrimp Connection Shack with me.
Dude, I'm tiny to a fucking pipe in there and slamming it shut. Like,
Hold on.
Game over. Tiny little
Considering-
pipe and slamming something shut.
I'm a little suspicious now. Rusty jolted my brain there.
Uh-oh.
What if the Shrimp Connection door is the door to Slap's basement and you just end up in Slap's basement?
No,
Is
that's
that
the
the
one that's
dungeon?
behind. It's behind the Brad in that corner right there.
Oh, yeah, that's
You've never
Dude,
seen him
Are
open
you
the
in there?
door.
Open up the door.
Y'all
you
seen
go
too much, I
through
gotta
it.
go.
Oh, he's gone. We got his ass.
Oh.
I
you
want
go
you
through
to
the
right
door, it's
now.
a straight 20-foot drop to the dungeon.
Take the webcam with the USB extender and take us down into that door right now.
No, it's
Show
definitely
us.
there's definitely like a secret hatch. You have to like open the right manga on that shelf, and then it'll like open up to the fucking layer.
It's definitely someone tied to a radiator with a duct
dude,
tape on
yes,
their mouth.
somebody hasn't seen sunlight for 20 years. Just
Whenever we hear one of those noises, Slap doesn't actually have a roommate. It's just the dungeon
that's where I
making
keep
noise.
the gimp.
We open the door and just someone just we're gonna slams it shut real quick.
That's why he has the body body so conveniently placed back there, so if anybody like breaks the door open and like stands up, it blends in perfectly with them.
All right, thanks for sending it in.
I'm sure it's exactly what they imagine when they send in the
This is what I like about fan mails. They just give us like something random and we just like work off of it.
Just turn it into the darkest demented thing it could become within 30 seconds.
That might be a record time.
Just immediate slaps.
It usually takes us a few minutes.
The cum dungeon is right back there, gentlemen.
I'm getting locked in the cum dungeon
As
tonight.
nasty as it is back there, it ain't got nothing on the Minneapolis gym jacuzzi.
You just open the door and it's the fucking Geico lizard, and he's like, "No, please."
That's a callback.
trapped in a jar.
Yeah, he's just the jar. Like, let me out, let me out.
Crikey!
Oh, there's so many throwbacks going on right now.
A good wrap-up episode.
Callback.
Well, that's why it'll be the last one
Welcome
ever.
to
All
Jar
right,
World.
perfect.
Yeah, we're done after this. It's over.
The next
might
email
actually be.
comes in from Luke, who says, "How do you mention bad scenes in The Last Jedi and forget about the purple-haired chick blasting the spaceship through the Star Destroyers?" I think we mentioned that, didn't we?
I thought that
No,
was
it's
kind of
not
cool.
cool.
I will
Leia
say for that how
flying
bad
through
that movie
space.
was, that was a cool
Oh.
moment. Like the whole
Yeah,
theater
yeah.
just went
Yeah, but it made no
quiet, and
sense.
he just
That was pretty sad.
All right. Kyle, whose email starts with shrimp fan and then a bunch of numbers. Interesting. Sent us 2 images and he said drip or drown.
Don't
and
open.
There's screenshots
It's a
of
zip bomb.
it's a NASCAR ignition paint
it's
boost
not a
car.
PDF.
They're also not loading, but that might be my fault.
This is just a PSA to all Shrimp Hours listeners. Do not send paint schemes to DT because he will roast the fuck out of them mercilessly, call you stupid. Like, it's
Yeah, I
not
should
a
be
good
glad
idea.
these aren't loading. I can't even when I
ruin
click
your
download,
life.
it doesn't work.
It's their first email.
I will say it's kind of
I hope-
cute. It's not like a
It's
paint
all fun and
scheme.
games till DT gets a virus from opening mail from
Oh, I got him, DT.
Shrimp Hours
Okay, he gets
Presents.
some
Wow.
malware and just.
Oh, I got him. There we go. Hold on, we loaded it. It's like it's cute. It's like an art car thing where it's like
he
it's
just
got
held
like a
back
tree
so
with like
much.
things on it, and then it's like fall on one side and like spring on the other.
Points for the asymmetric design.
Yeah.
Points for the black Goodyear on the black
Well,
base right there.
isn't that one of the few things this paint booth can actually do? Is like flip things from side to side. Actually, no. I'm hating. I'll give it to him. That's like one of the only good things about that. So appreciate it. All right, next one comes in from our good friend from down under, Andrew R. Who says, when Zane Smith hit that crew member at Talladega, I forgot about that. I shuddered.
shit.
Back on the 28th of January 2022, I was hit by a Toyota Corolla while crossing the street. I think we talked about this.
Jesus, Caleb.
God damn. That's his best Rusty impression.
No. I wasn't expecting I was like he said like I shuddered and then like that was a bad wreck. It was just like no, I got hit by a fucking car. Like what?
He said, I got hit by a Toyota Corolla while crossing the street at a set of pedestrian lights while the little green man was showing. The Corolla was doing 48 kilometers an hour, which is about 30 mile an hour in a 50 zone. So he wasn't speeding, but the damage was done. I got a broken tibia and fibula, a broken humerus, 48
I'm a piece of
screws, a
shit.
rod in my leg, and
Oh,
a
I'm
plate in my
sorry.
shoulder. I now get
Fuck you,
constant
Caleb.
pain as though someone is stabbing me in the shoulder with a pin.
Oh my
Caleb
We're not
needs to
laughing
be
at you.
canceled.
We're laughing at
Did you-
Caleb's
Caleb
reaction.
needs to be
write this to
canceled
make me feel like
immediately.
a piece of shit? Like what?
Well, you were the one that definitely
No one
I just
forced you
unplugged
to
my
laugh.
fucking headset. I don't even know what you guys are saying.
If this happened at 30 mile an hour and this crew member was broadsided by a truck, he's very lucky to have walked away with not much injury. It's true. He actually damaged the truck just with his body, which is kind of crazy.
What a fucking unit.
The lesson is,
Yeah, chonk.
look before crossing the street, and even then you still might get hit. Thank you from Andrew R. And he's attached some images of x-rays.
Oh,
God.
They're very small. I don't think I can show them without dropping his email. Oh, no, I can. And it's
He's gonna drop the
basically,
email somehow.
it's just a bunch of metal arm.
Oh,
And his leg.
Jesus,
Dude, look at the
fucking
boat.
Yeah,
It's just
come on,
sheared.
you
that's
piece of
clean.
fucking shit.
Oh,
dude. I don't know how Australia works, but I feel like that happened in America. Like whoever hit you, like you own him now.
You also would have been in debt for life, but you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's why you
Uh,
use the other guy's life savings because he hit you.
That's a
That's true.
double-edged sword though, because yes, but also if the guy's driving a old shitty Toyota Corolla, I mean, how much money does he have to give you in the
Yeah.
first place?
P.S. We literally forgot to talk about this. Coward punching someone like Matt Crafton did to Nick Sanchez is what we in the
Oh,
biz
fuck.
call a dick
Oh, yeah.
move. Mr. Crafton, you are the arse clown of the week.
To arse.
Sure.
well,
yeah,
we almost
yeah.
had that incident happen at the Indianapolis house between Slap and Caleb, so I can understand when a grown man.
What?
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 There's lore that I'm
Even
not
me
aware
and
of.
Slap are confused. Hold on, you need to
They even
elaborate
have-
here.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I
Is this an
thought you were ready
age
to
difference joke?
I thought you were ready. Yeah, I botched. Just keep it moving.
No,
All right.
Caleb was doing things to Buckers that I think were very inappropriate, and I was very upset about it.
Buckers was violated multiple times that week.
Uh-oh. Now we're getting
Christ.
close.
All right. The next email comes in from Carl from Boston, the one who Rusty laughed at when he showed us pictures of Molasses' destruction. And he says, give it to Talladega weekend for giving us the most out-of-pocket quotes of the year. And he's provided 3 quotes from the weekend. And he says, number 1, Charles Plank saying the reason he got hit by Zane Smith is because he thought he could jump over the truck. Which Carl says, bro, that's a truck. And 2, Blaney says the winner of the Kentucky Derby doesn't get off his horse and start beating the shit out of it. In response to why he doesn't do burnouts. And the third quote is, I'm going to fucking kill you at Homestead. Daga week never changed. Thank you from Carl, the one from Boston. Thank you, Carl.
Can I say one thing about the Nick Sanchez incident? I think he deserved it.
Caleb has sent a slur to my inbox. Thank you.
Caleb, I
Jesus
want you to apologize
Christ.
to Buckers right now.
Buckers, I'd do it again.
Caleb, you're a piece of shit. You touched me. It was not okay.
Show me on the
Half of
Buckers
us-
where he touched you.
Half of what he's saying is cutting out, and that's probably for the best.
I will say, yeah, I love that every time that I touched Buckers, Slap would give him a voice and be like, "Get the fuck off me, you fucking pervert!" Like,
Christ.
we might have to end it. Like, this has to be the last episode, doesn't it?
Hey, explain what you did to Buckers in detail.
It'll be the last one eventually, whether we like it or not.
They touched me inappropriately.
What a way to end the podcast.
What do we call it?
Show us on the Buckers where Caleb touched you.
That's what I was saying. What do we call this show? That's a visual joke.
Listen, it wasn't fun for anybody.
Jesus Christ.
Semen dog is my fucking vote for
Semen
the fucking.
dog.
Semen
my
dog,
vote.
pools closed. I got spiders carrying spiders. I actually wrote them down this week because we got so many and just filthy casuals.
There's some good ones they're gonna lose out here.
I don't know if I can put semen dog on YouTube.
Asterisk
Probably
semen
is.
somehow.
Yeah,
Not a
just-
great idea.
Yeah, it's just semen dog.
Can you use the word?
If it's for educational content, sure.
I love how this is part of.
That should be
Is
the
this
title
education?
of the video.
Can you
Top
use the
Reddit
word
post.
semen?
Can I use the
Yeah.
word sperm for a video title?
That's sperm, not semen.
Spiders carrying spiders and lube, and the pool's closed.
YouTube
Pool's
says
closed
you can't
because
use
the spiders are
inappropriate
carrying
language.
Spiders and semen.
And lube.
I like. Can I use the word semen?
Yeah, can I use the word semen in a title? I like that.
So
Oh, he's researching.
content that
Probably not a
features
clear-cut answer.
highly sexualized content in the title or thumbnail. Not really.
Semen
That's
scientific.
a scientific term. Yeah. That's,
Yeah, that's not highly sexualized.
Yeah, just mark it as educational. Move on.
And then I think you can swear in titles. I think. Content that may upset, disgust, or shock viewers. Well, that's their fault.
Well,
I think
that's
we're
a
good.
given with this podcast.
I think we'll be all
we're
right.
not like shocking and disgusting people.
They are
like, what's the
upset.
point, really.
Yeah,
We
they
haven't
are
talked about
upsetting.
sensitive events or controversial issues, right?
Nah, we're good.
All right.
Yeah, there was
All right.
there was no crazy ass moment this week.
Yeah. This is the last ever episode. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody except Caleb. Don't touch me.
I'm doing it again.